Have you ever crocheted something that looked like it was trying to be circles, but ended up more like mashed potatoes? Yeah, we've all been there. Today I'm showing you how to get those perfect little wheels that Catherine herself would have framed on her wall. Hey crochet friends, I'm Mo, your crochet companion. Today we're diving into the Catherine's wheel stitch. It looks fancy, but don't let it fool you. Once you learn the rhythm, it's smoother than your yarn gliding through a fresh hook. If you know how to do fans, then you're going to find this fairly easy. So, what are we learning today? We're learning how to crochet those dreamy circular fans and the secret to crisp color changes that make this stitch pop. Okay, first and foremost, let's talk about yarn. Our favorite subject, right? It's our second hobby, yarn. Who doesn't love yarn? I just actually took a trip to Hobby Lobby because my sister told me they were having a sale and I needed more colors in my diverse wheel. So anyway, let's talk about colors. So I am actually just using a worsted weight. You could probably do any weight with this, but this is what I'm using. You'll want at least 2 colors. I guess you can do it with 1 color, but I'm going to show you how to do it with 2 colors so that you can make that fun distinction between the wheels. And then of course my matching hook, it's going to be a 5mm. And of course you're going to need scissors, I know how to talk today, scissors and a darning needle, to weave in those pesky ends. Now, I have managed to do it to change colors with very minimum weaving in. So I'll show you how to do that today. Okay, enough bumping my gums. Let's get to the part that everybody wants to know, which is how to actually do the Catherine's wheel. So we're going to start with a multiple of 10 plus 1. Think of this as your wheel alignment. We're laying the foundation row so your fans have something to cling to. Don't skip this or your wheels will wobble like a bad shopping cart. All right, I'm actually going to do a chain of 22 myself, so that's the 10 plus 1. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. Okay, let me go a little bit closer here so you guys can see a little bit better. To begin with, we're going to go in the second chain from the hook. Sorry, that one's not really looking like much of a chain. We're going to go into the second chain from the hook and we're going to do a single crochet in the next 2 chains. And let me tell you, I did try to do this as a foundation row. It didn't work out so well. So we are going to have to do the good old-fashioned chains. From here, we are going to skip 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. We're going to do 7 double crochets in the next chain. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then from here, we're going to skip another 3 chains. 1, 2, 3, and then do 3 3 single crochets or a single crochet in the next 3 chains. So there's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip the next 3 chains. 1, 2, 3, 7 double crochets in the next stitch. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Then we skip the next 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and a single crochet in those last 2 stitches, or the last 2 chains. There's 1 and 2. Now the next row we're going to actually switch colors, so I'm going to do that real quick. Well, start it and then I'll be right back. Okay, so how I do that so that I can make it look like it's not even, or so you don't have to weave in so many ends. So as you see, I cut off the last color. I'm going to insert my hook into that top part of the stitch and then the side of that stitch. Going to pull my yarn through there. We are doing a chain of 2. So that's going to be kind of like a double crochet, but we're not really going to consider it a double crochet. All right, so this is the fun part. We're going to weave, or we're going to do our stitches over those strands, okay? The first stitch, we're actually doing 4 double crochets together. So how that looks, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that very first single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, go into the next single crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the first double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. 1 more. So this is 4 together, right? We're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the next double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all of those stitches on the hook. From here, we're going to chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're still crocheting over those strands, okay? And the next 3 double crochets, we're going to do a single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Chain of 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, in the next 7 stitches, we're going to do 7 double crochets together. Okay, so just like with the other one, we're going to count it together. So there's 1. So now we have 2 strands on our hook. There's 2. There's 3. 4. 5. 6. And 7. So now at this point you should have 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over one last time and pull through all 8 of those loops. I like to snug it down just a little bit, and then we're going to do another 3 chains. Okay. Now at this point I feel secure in where those are at, so I'm going to stop crocheting over those, and I'm going to do 3 single crochets and 1 in the next each stitch. So 1 single crochet and the next 3 double crochets. Let me get that out there. All right, then we're going to do 3 chains. And just like we did at the beginning, we're doing 4 double crochets together. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, yarn over, pull up loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We're just going to keep going through that until we get to 4. So there's 2 basically to the end of the row. 3 and 4. And then we're going to yarn over one more time, pull through all 5 of those loops. Okay, on to row 3. I lost count. This is where you crochet back into those arches. It's like giving your wheels a shadow. Watch how it creates the rolling illusion across your fabric. You'll feel like you're painting with yarn. Okay, so we do a chain of 2. We're going to turn our work, And we're going to do 4. We're basically doing the opposite of what we did in the last row. We're actually going to go into the very top of this, basically the stitch that we worked at the last one. So the 4 together. So we're going to insert our hook into that one, and we're going to do 4 double crochets in that same stitch. So there's 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to skip the chain of 3 and go into those next single crochets. We're going to single crochet, 1 single crochet in each one of those. There's 2 and 3. And then the next one, we are going to do another 7 crochets. We're going to go right into that stitch where it finished it all off. I wouldn't go into this part. I would go into this part because that's actually the stitch. As you can see, the V, or the braid part. Okay, so we're going to go into that. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So anytime you are in the middle of your work, it's going to be 7 double crochets. When you're at the edges, that's how you're going to remember it. When you're on the edges, it's just going to be the 4 double crochets. And we're going to skip over that chain of 3 and do a single crochet in the next 3 single crochets. Skip those 3 chains, and then we're going to do 4 double crochets in that stitch. So remember, we're going to look for not this hole right there. We're going to look for the actual braid looking, because that's your actual stitch. So we're going to do 4 double crochets in that stitch. There's 2, 3, and 4. And at this point, you're going to change the colors of your yarn. You're going to switch, you're switching colors, and your pro tip is always change colors after the DC7 together row, so your next hue outlines each fan like a neon rim. Actually, no, yeah, it's after, but it's after the 7 fan. So think of this, this is your 7 DCs, and then you're going to do your fan, and then the next row is your changing colors. Okay, on to the very last row. We're going to insert our new color in that. So remember how I do it. So I insert on the side of it and then on that side. So basically those 2 right there. Okay, we're going to insert our new yarn. Now this row, we're just doing a chain of 1. We're going to turn our work, still working over both of those strands. Then we're going to do a single crochet in the first 2 stitches. 1 and 2. We're going right back to that 7 together. So we do the chain of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the 7 double crochets together. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we go through all of those 8 loops. I squish mine up just a little bit, tighten it up before I do my chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. A single crochet over those next 3 stitches. I'm still crocheting over my ends. There's 1, 2, and 3. Chain of 3. 1, 2, 3. And then at this point, I'm no longer going to crochet over my ends. We're going to do another 7 stitches or 7 double crochets together. Wait, make sure that I'm not... I was about to go into the same stitch. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to yarn over and pull through all of those loops. I snug mine up. 1, 2, 3 chains. And we're going to do a single crochet in the last 2 stitches. There's 1 and 2. So that's the basic foundation for your 4-row repeat. Let me kind of back out here a little bit here. So that's basically your 4-row. You're going to keep repeating rows 1 through 4 until you get to the final size that you want. Now, I prefer to have mine land on half, like I call it a half row, but because I consider these two rows basically kind of like they're married. They belong together, right? And it's kind of like this one. You know, I started with this darker color and I ended with the lighter color, but I wanted to make sure that I did half a row because otherwise you wind up having this this wave at the end, and that doesn't really look great if you want something to be square or even rectangle at the end. Okay, so as you can see, I still have those ends, so I would actually at this point snip those ends because you don't need them anymore. And as you can see, that minimizes how much weaving in you'll do. So at the end, you only need to weave in your beginning end and your ending end. That was kind of funny. Okay. So Catherine's Wheel gives you texture and structure. It's perfect for blankets, scarves, or any project that deserves a little drama without the chaos of popcorn stitches flying everywhere. Until next time, may your wheels spin smooth, your yarn never tangle, and your hooks never hide.